You need to skill up before you burn out.
Hey guys, Peter Burchfield here. You're watching Prepare to Go There.
Hey guys, my name is Peter Burchfield. I'm a leadership preparedness coach, and that means I help leaders and their teams do the future work now so they show up better prepared and more fully present to actually pioneer the future and not just, go through the motions. My passion is encouraging and coaching leaders. I just think it'd be an awesome goal to work with a bunch of leaders and teams to help them never have a leadership shortage in their organization again. And we're going to need more leaders to take on the future. We're going to need those leaders to be better prepared than the ones we have right now, because the future is just getting more complex and more challenging and more demanding. And we don't want leaders to be burning out. And yet so many leaders are just burning out right now. And so we got to figure out, how are we going to help the current leaders not burn out? How are we going to help the future leaders not burn out? And how are we going to be developing the future preparedness of the team or the organization going into the future? So if you're down for that kind of conversation, join me and let's help you skill up before you burn out. Here's the big idea: burnout's bad, but skilling up is good. I like skilling up because it implies that we have to work on ourselves and that we have to focus on the skills that are going to be needed to thrive in the future. So many times we're looking for theories, we're looking for shortcuts, we're looking for hacks, and I'm all down for those shortcuts. If you can be more efficient, if you can automate or delegate, go for it. But really, at the end of the day, you're going to have to take an inventory of the skills that are needed to do the work that you do. And a lot of times we don't know how to skill up because we don't know what we're going to be working on in the future. We don't know how we're going to be zigging and zagging in the market, in our niche, in our industry, in our network. We've got to be thinking, what does the future look like in this organization? What does the future look like in this industry? Where are things going? What are the skills that are going to be necessary to be a winner, not a whiner, in the future? I'm not saying you got it all figured out. I'm not saying it's all predicted. But what I am saying is, you know where the organization is going, partly because you're seeing what's happening on the horizon, and partially because you're just getting really clear and honest about the values and the core mission of the organization itself. And so it does happen kind of tandem or hand in hand. Now, once you're really clear on the landscape of your organization for the next 3-5 years, then you say, what are the skills that we need to succeed? What are the skills that we're going to need to lead? What are the skills that we're going to need other leaders to have and master? And then you have to own them. You have to really, really own those skills and figure out, how are you going to find the best people to train you? And then how are you going to do that work to skill up? And then how are you going to make those skills so natural, so normal in your organization that people can just, step into it and really thrive? And when you know the skills that you need and you can explain them, then you can train them. You need to have a plan to skill up. You can't just do this occasionally or do this when you have time. You have to build in the future work now. You have to prepare to go there. And we have to do that in our own leadership preparedness. We have to do that if we're team builders or we're business owners or we're thinking about, a community, a company, a movement. We have to be strategic about planning for the leaders that we need in the future.